my other videos. I thought it'd be really fun to make a video about how to look more awake. How to look more awake at the holidays. And there's going to be some beauty tips in here because there's actually a lot of makeup things you can do to make your face look more awake, to make you look more awake. But some of the things that you need to do to look more awake start before you ever do your face. And I thought this would be a fun video for those of us out there who are over 40 and really anybody who might have that crazy life that a mom has. So my first tip for looking more awake at the holidays is to make sure that your face doesn't reflect the stress that you feel. That means that despite the multitude of requirements that are put on us as mothers at the holidays, from purchasing, procuring, preparing, and bringing food to almost every single gathering that you are invited to at the holidays, from that to making sure your children are coached up in how to behave, to making sure everyone's got clean clothes and appropriate clothes, to making sure all the gifts are bought for Christmas for everyone on the list, and even your husband's work friends. So all those things can add stress to our face. All those things can add stress to our face. So the best thing that you can do, or one of the things you can do that's not related to makeup, is just plan better. You know, just plan better. How does that sound? Because you know, what you don't want to happen is to realize 2 days before Thanksgiving that you have one Vyvanse left in your house for your ADHD child, and guess what? You don't have any more prescriptions, no refills. It's a controlled substance. So you have to drive 25 minutes to the pediatrician's office to pick up that piece of paper, that handwritten prescription, so that you can race over to the pharmacy and pick that up. It's really stressful to have to do that Thanksgiving week. It might stress you out a little bit, so that makes you look more tired. And the second one is, what about if you realize that you need a vaccine, a Bordetella vaccine for your dog, who's going to go into the kennel on the day before Thanksgiving, and so you have to squeeze that in. So when you are not organized, it makes you more tired because you're stressed out, and that doesn't make you look awake. It makes you look the opposite of awake. So if you want your face to look awake and serene and calm and beautiful, the best thing you can do is make sure to plan ahead and organize your time appropriately. I know all of us could try harder at that. Okay, my second tip for what you need to do to make sure you look awake and help your face look more awake this holiday season is make sure you go to the gym, get some exercise, because that's going to help you sleep good at night, and that's going to make you look more awake the next day, even if it's 8 o'clock by the time you get there, because you already had to make an extra stop to buy dog food and make another recipe for yet another party. Okay, everybody, so it's the end of my day, and I've already washed my face, and my third tip for making sure that you look awake over the holidays is to exfoliate your skin. Now, I know that many of you have probably not exfoliated since this was popular. So what I use to exfoliate my skin is the Ever Reveal biometric peel pads. I'm gonna try to show this like right here. Ever Reveal biometric peel pads. Now these peel pads, in conjunction with the serum that I showed last week, are fantastic. And they exfoliate the skin. They're really gentle. They're not like the apricot scrub. I mean, they're way better than that. So you just take a you just take one little peel pad, and you just wipe it all over your face, and it exfoliates all that dead skin. Because I promise you, ladies, if you have dead skin cells on your face that have been sitting there since you were breastfeeding your teenager 16 years ago, then you're gonna look old. Because what happens is those skin cells, they like build up, they build up, and they rest into your wrinkles. And they cause your wrinkles to look thicker and heavier because there's all these cells just like resting in there and just crinkling up. So what you want is to have a really bare, clean layer of fresh skin. And these Ever Biometric Peel Pads are the best way to do that. Now, should you use this? Not on your face. You can use this on your butt, or maybe on any other part of your body you want to exfoliate, the backs of your arms, your stomach. I like to pretend that these get rid of cellulite. Like that's like an opinion that I have. It has zero scientific background, but somehow I think that this gets rid of cellulite if I rub it on my butt. You see I'm rubbing my butt right now. This gets rid of it in my mind. But don't use this on your face. So that's the step 3 towards looking awake during the holidays, is making sure you're cleanly exfoliated so that you have fresh skin to shine through the next morning. Now I'm getting ready to go to bed, and I'll wake up in the morning and I'll have fresh skin, and that helps me look more awake during the holidays. Right? Okay. Bye. Well, here it is. The worst of the worst. All right, so my next tip for how to look awake during the holidays is to get enough sleep. So I'm ready for bed. I've cleaned my face. I've greased up my lips, as you can tell, so I don't have dry lips over the holidays. This is me at my absolute, like, bare, like, just the bottom of the barrel right now. I'm ready for bed, and it is 11 o'clock. Yep, my teenagers are still up. One of them's playing Xbox. I don't know what the other one's doing, but they're going to go to sleep after me like almost every night. The key is not to lay awake at night thinking about all the lists of things that you have to do. So just try to avoid waking up in the middle of the night and thinking about all the food you have to buy, all the presents you have to buy, all the places you have to be, all the appointments you have to keep, the calendars you have to keep track of. And just don't think about any of those things. That's the key to looking awake during the holidays. You need to get a good night's rest that's not interrupted by puppies throwing up on the floor at 1:15 and then trying to eat it, and then you have to clean that up, and then you can't go back to sleep because you then think about all the lists. You just need to lay down and go to sleep like I'm doing right now. Just lay down. Just go to sleep. Just get cozy. Just get cozy. Go to sleep. That's my next tip. Now, in the morning, I'm going to give you some more tips on how to look awake during the holidays, and they're going to be actual makeup tips. But in order for those to work, you have to do all of these other things first. Good night. All right, ladies. It is the next morning. Today's actual date is November 21st. And today's the last day of work in school for me and the boys before Thanksgiving break. So tomorrow we'll go to my mom's house for the Thanksgiving break. So it is currently probably 7:05, and I have already gotten up, fed the dogs, taken the dogs out, stepped in a puddle of cold dog pee that I didn't see last night, and I've taken a shower and washed my hair. So I'm gonna teach y'all a couple of tips this morning, tips to help you look more awake during the holidays. Everything else has been kind of behavioral, but this is going to be actual makeup tips. And the first one is not a shock. The first one is about one's about concealer. And since you probably laid awake all night worrying about all the things you had to do, this is going to be something you need. So I've already done my skincare, and I've already put on my foundation. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just coat that concealer right on. See how much I used? Got to cover up those dark circles. And so I'm going to use my new makeup sponge by Ofra to blend that in. I got this last week or 2 weeks ago so that I could have 2 dirty makeup sponges. Now you see how you can still see my bags. Guess what? They don't go away. I can just try to disguise them. But we can cover up the discoloration with the concealer. Tap, 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 tap. Check the other mirror. Yep, that's looking pretty good. All right. All right, so I have put on some of my makeup, and I'm being experimental today. We have a tailgate luncheon at my work, and we're supposed to dress in our team colors, which mine are Clemson. So I've done like a little Clemson eye. It's mildly successful. I know it's hard to tell in this kind of harsh light that I've got going on here in my bathroom. One of the tips that I have for making you look more awake is something that some of you may already know about and some of you may not. But it's to line your waterline, that's the inner part of your under eye, with white. This is especially helpful if you maybe drank too much last night, which there's another tip, don't drink too much at the holidays. You'll look puffy and tired. So anyway, you're gonna take, this is the NYX thick, I think it's called the Jumbo Eye Pencil. It's in milk. And so what you do is you just take, and you literally just take your under eye and you line it in white. Now, I should have done this before I did any of my under eye eyeshadow, but I didn't. I didn't think about doing it then because I'm tired. All right, so that's how it looks. And I know you can tell, it's really obvious, but what it does is if you have any redness there, if you have any puffiness that make your eyes not look as great, and it makes your eyes look bigger. And so I know now you're looking at it and you're staring at it and you're like, gosh, that looks really obvious, but it's not. People all day long won't notice that I have white eyeliner. They'll just think my eyes look bigger and more refreshed and more awake. So that's my next tip for looking more awake during the holidays. Go out and grab you one of these Jumbo Eye Pencils in milk from NYX. They sell them at Ulta. They're really, I think, inexpensive, just a few bucks, $6 or $7 maybe. And so that's my next tip, is to use the white under eye. All right, so I'm almost done with my makeup. You see I've got my cute little Clemson shirt on. One of the best ways to highlight your face to look more awake is to highlight your inner corner right here with something that's a shimmer. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like. And so you just take a shimmery, look at my chapped hand, it's fantastic. So you just take a shimmer shadow, dot it lightly. I'm using just a small pencil brush right here. And you just put it on your inner corner. It adds light to that area. And it makes you look more awake. It's almost like magical. It's not like it's just the way people will look at you, and it makes your eyes look more open and bright. And so it's one of the best ways to look more awake, frankly, if you're really tired, is to add that little highlight. Now you should still add highlight to your cheeks. And I'm still on my Ofra, and y'all have seen me do this. This is no big deal. So I just take my highlighter and add it to my cheek right there. I'm sorry for the light, y'all. I was trying to be different here in the bathroom. A little to the tip of your nose. The last place you can highlight that'll help you look more awake is right here at your brow bone. Just, you're gonna use that, maybe that same shade that you used right here. And you're just gonna lightly, not a lot, you're not clubbing here, lightly add a tiny bit of highlight to your brow bone. And it's, again, it's almost magical. It lifts your eyes, it lifts everything. And so instead of looking, droopy, it lifts everything. And so those are my tips for looking more awake at the holidays. I hope that in spite of the poor quality of the light in my bathroom and the fact that my miniature ring light over here isn't working properly, that you've been able to get some good information. So remember all the things I've told you. You're gonna be organized, you're gonna exercise, you're gonna get enough sleep, you're gonna use your concealer, you're gonna use your inner corner highlight, you're gonna use your white eyeliner, and you're gonna look so awake. Your family is gonna be just amazed at how refreshed you look all the time. I hope these tips have helped you, and I hope you have a great holiday season. I'll be back soon with some holiday makeup. Bye.